So at the beginning, you talk about you want company with a great business and a great management. But yet, Meta Platform has management in particular has come under a lot of scrutiny. They don't have the best reputation, and a lot of the top management actually left the company, even if long-term CFO have left the company as well. So how do you see such a company, and why are you still quite optimistic on Meta Platform?
Yeah, so I think okay, so for us, with specific to Meta Platforms, the key person we're looking out for will be co-founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg. So I think he is the key person we're looking out for when it comes to our assessment of the management team. So a few things that we really like about Mark Zuckerberg, which is, of course, he created this company from scratch, right? Effectively nothing. So that's the first and foremost thing. I think when it comes to the current scrutiny that Meta Platforms is under, I guess you can bucket them in a few areas. One would be like perhaps the harm that they're doing to society. In terms of creating, I guess, divisions within society. The next would be perhaps the invasion of privacy, right? And then I guess the third would be the building up of this metaverse, right? And the massive investments that Mark Zuckerberg has made into the metaverse. So I think on the first bucket, which is like the divisiveness that Meta Platforms has created within society, or rather the interpretation that some have made about Meta Platforms, the negative effects that Meta has had on society. My take is that I think by creating a platform for people to connect with each other, and it's a platform that I use, and I personally have benefited tremendously from it as well, by being able to connect with long-lost friends and distant family members through Meta. So I think that, yes, as a tool, social networks could be used to create divisions within society, but it's not all bad, because there's also good that can come out from it, which is like really building a place for people to be able to be connected with each other in a better manner. And like, for example, the use of WhatsApp, I think it has also brought maybe friends and family closer together as well, because you can have this non-intrusive and yet constant contact with each other. You can share your lives and so on via a simple text message. You can build groups where you can have all your family members in one group chat. So like I think there's a lot of good that Meta Platforms has done when it comes to connecting societies. At the same time, of course, there are some issues that it has to solve, and I'm not saying that it doesn't. But I think we cannot just look at the bad without thinking about the good as well. So that's the first bucket. Now, the second bucket, which is on the privacy part, frankly, I think a lot of the criticisms are completely misguided, because Meta Platforms actually does not care about knowing private details about each individual. All they want to do is to have some data on like websites you're seeing, or like transactions they've made online, because it can then randomize all of that, and then it does not even sell this data to its advertisers. What it does is advertisers goes to Meta Platforms, tells them, I have certain goals I want to meet. There's a certain product or this that I want to sell, and then Meta Platforms uses that information and applies that to like the database that it has on individual users, and then tries to show these ads that Meta thinks could be relevant to the people who are using Meta services, right? So there is no way that data isn't actually privacy data isn't customer personal data isn't actually sold to anybody. So that's the first thing, right? And the second thing is that this privacy thing is actually a really important way for SMBs who are native to the internet to be able to reach new customers. Without the ability to do precise targeting, a lot of small, medium businesses that have emerged via the internet will not be able to exist, because they will not be able to find a viable audience to sell their products to. Right? And I think that's a really important angle of this privacy debate or discussion, that what Meta has done, and in fact what Google has done as well to a certain extent, actually enables a lot of internet native small medium businesses to thrive, because they are able to reach consumers that they would otherwise have a very difficult time reaching by themselves, and they're able to do so via Meta or other forms of digital advertising. So I think that for me personally, I think that this support that Meta's business can give to entrepreneurship is actually something that is useful. So I don't quite agree with a lot of the criticisms that the company has faced when it comes to their handling of customer privacy.